I already clicked it now, so we're gonna stay up here. I'm going to take us both down off the thing and then put us back up, okay?
Okay.
Hello and welcome to this morning. I don't know about y'all, but it was a slow start for me. But we're gonna have Miss Kim Clore and hearing your own voice, letting your soul lead the way. Welcome, Kim.
Good morning. How are you?
I am exactly how you found me, all over the place, here and there between. I ain't gonna lie to the people. It's a busy morning over here. How are you been? Because you had a busy morning too. How have you been?
I'm good. I got up this morning at about 4-ish. I straightened up my office so we could be in here today. So now by 3:30 this afternoon, we might need to have a conversation. But
Listen. So I straightened up this part of the room so we can be in this room. That part. I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to tell you. It's this year has been like straighten this up so you can do this. All right, now rest over here and fall out. Like it's already that kind of year. But are you finding the ease in it as well, or the need to just acknowledge your body and rest when it says rest and do when it says
with,
do?
without a doubt, without a
Okay.
doubt, I'm not doing nothing that this body don't say we can do. I'm not pushing no more. I'm not. I'm not. I just,
Not
I,
ooh,
I'm just not. I think this is just where I'm at. If I feel it, I'm gonna do it. If I don't, we're not.
you
We're
know
not.
what? I acknowledge that. I welcome that. I'm gonna put the comments on the page so I can not be looking over here. I was looking at the video and I'm like, why am I looking over here in the corner? That's because I'm not looking at the full screen. Now I can back up some. I can fully see what y'all can and can't see. And since I know this is gonna be the view, let me open it up a little bit. Let's talk. Now, Kim, do you remember? Does this look familiar to you?
It does. It does. So does the one
So
you're wearing.
yes, yes. So this was a shirt, the wrap that I
The
brought
wrap.
from you,
Okay.
and I was getting set up for something else, and I looked at the dimensions of your piece, and I looked at my little altar. I said, "Oh, wait a minute." When I say it fits perfectly, it fits perfectly. Even the other one I bought from you the same day. So if you ever decide, to start to market for altar lays, you may want to do that,
Oh,
man. Altar drapes or altar cloths, because I have it here. I have one in my den, and of course you see one on my, like, it serves all kind of purposes, man.
okay. Gotcha.
Yes. All
Gotcha.
right,
Gotcha.
let's get to what we're supposed to be doing today. We are here with Miss Kim Core, who is the author of Affirming the Queen Within. And I wanted to pause and look at the book cover because I don't know if y'all have seen this beautiful book cover or not. But when I saw this, I was like, that's exactly what I did when I saw it, because it is so timely, so on time. I had to wear my head wrap today just because, and I will have one on every time we meet from then, because from here on, there's just something about hearing the words affirming and then queen, right? But then when you add it within, tell me about that journey before we get into the book.
The within part is the major part. Because a lot of times we are affirming everything else around us. But what
Mhm.
about what's going on inside of us? Do we acknowledge what we truly feel and what people are saying to us? We take in so much that
Hmm.
do you decide what you hear is what you are? Or is it coming naturally from you? You decide who you are. I used to tell my daughter this all the time when she was in middle school, from middle school to high school. Nobody else gets to define who you are.
I like
You
that.
you decide
Definitely.
that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it took her a while to get it because that middle school age. Ooh, I was talking about that
Baby,
this
look,
morning.
what's as Bertie say, baby. Like that middle school is something else.
Woo, they some beast. That's all I'm gonna say. So
Kim, help us. Look, help ourselves. Because I have two. I have a preteen and a teenager, and they both in middle school right now. One getting ready to graduate, not graduate, graduate out the eighth grade. And the other one is going to eighth. So, you have to start dropping some jewels about that and how we as moms
that transition,
take care of ourselves. Yeah. Because
yeah,
it's something.
that transition from middle school, from elementary to middle is not so bad when they first get there, but
Hmm.
it's as the
Hmm.
seventh grade, the eighth grade, that I gotta fit in. I gotta be like everybody else. I don't get
Yeah.
to, you know what I'm saying? They don't
Yeah.
they find themselves, but they're looking for themselves in somebody else. That be the
Mm.
problem.
I definitely hear that. And I just paid attention to your shirt. Now, Kim on here talking about affirming the queen within the name of the we're talking about hearing your own voice. And she don't put on how you gonna win when you ain't right
Right within.
within the queen
Girl.
herself, Lauren Hill.
Yes,
Bring
ma'am.
her through. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and crack this book open. And Kim, you're gonna lead us in. Let's do the affirmations. I don't think we did that last time. I really want people to hear
Okay.
those.
I honor and trust my inner voice, allowing it to guide me with clarity and purpose. I release the need to prioritize others over my own well being. My voice is essential to my journey, and I fully embrace it. I am grateful for the courage to embrace my voice and live authentically.
Now, you said your mom used to use affirmations with you all. And was that
Yes.
daily, weekly, or however? How, how was it done?
With me, it was like a one on one conversation.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like I told you, my struggles in school were one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I left school, it was
Mm-hmm.
a matter of trying to find myself again or what it is I'm supposed to do or what I thought I was supposed to do.
Okay. Okay.
And what came naturally to me was hair, but I fought it every step of the way because I wanted to
Um,
be doing what everybody else wanted to do. I wanted to go to college when my girlfriends went to college. I wanted to go instead of going to beauty school.
ah,
So
okay.
that's where a lot of that learning your own voice and figuring out what you're good at.
Mm-hmm.
And when you
Mm-hmm.
look back and close your eyes and you look back on your life and you're like, well, did I do the things I wanted to do or did I listen to everybody else? Do I see
Mm.
me or do I see the people that want it for me? And once you do that
Uh-huh.
even when you get
Uh-huh.
stuck in life, close your
Mhm.
eyes and see who you hear. And that will get you unstuck quick. Because if you're constantly hearing somebody else's voice, then you're doing what somebody else wants you to do instead of listening to your own voice of what your
Wow.
internal is saying or speaking to you.
Okay. I just realized we didn't share into the group, but so when we sometimes we can only see what other people tell us they can see within us, but
Now
we
that's
haven't
true.
fully taken the time to look internal to see what we see. And that's kind of what I hear you saying, which is that part is important to be able to look fully within ourselves.
And it's fine to for somebody else to speak life into you.
Hmm.
That's a wonderful thing.
Yes.
But it still
Yes.
has to be your voice you hear. They may be speaking something to you that you're gonna do,
Okay.
but you may not do it the way they want you to do it.
Hmm. I hear that. Oh, so I hear it now. So I hear it in the sense of I'll never forget. Everybody was like, "Go to school to be a teacher. Go to school to be a teacher. Go to school to be a teacher." So I went to college to become a teacher, and then halfway through that process was like, I had to learn that there were many different ways of teaching,
Many different forms, yes.
right? And so that I had to hear from my internal self how I was called to teach, how I was called to be. So I definitely understand. I definitely hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hmm. All
There's many
right.
ways to do it.
Many ways. Many ways. So how did you hear how so I know this is going to be the question. I already know. I can see the tread now. How do you hear your inner voice? How do you hear yourself talk?
How do I hear myself talk?
Hmm.
It's got to be quiet
Okay.
because I have a lot of stuff going on up here
Okay.
already. So when
Uh-huh.
I'm in those moments, I can't have a lot of stuff going on out here
I
either.
got you. Okay. Okay.
So learning how to exactly quiet my own voice and quiet
Hmm.
the voices of things of trying to do things when
Okay.
you're stuck, because always trying to
Hmm.
do will trap you because you can't hear anything
Mm.
because you constantly focus on something else. Sometimes you just have to sit down and you have to stop everything. Stop
Yes.
people, stop the noise, stop the
Uh-huh.
TV. Just it's just quiet you need. Like when I travel in the car around this city, I don't have my radio on.
Okay.
I need it to be quiet
I like that.
because when I'm here in the house, I love a TV. I got to have some noise because I'm used to noise in the house. But when I'm in the
Okay.
car, I need it to be quiet because depending on where I'm going, I'm trying to get my mind right. I'm trying to
I hear that.
trying to focus.
Okay. So question, when you
Hmm.
say here,
Hmm.
are you hearing yourself here in your mind, here in your ears, or here in your heart? Here in your heart.
Here in my heart,
In your heart. Okay.
in my heart, because that mind is full of everything. I'm trying to figure out what it is that's in my heart that I need to do or say.
Hmm.
Trying to focus. Um,
Yeah.
I know when I figured I wasn't hearing my voice when I was about, I stopped listening to my own voice. Let's just put it that way. When life was happening, when the kids had to be A, B, C, D, E, and you are to the winds, my
Yeah.
husband is overseas or he's here and
Mhm.
he needs A, B, C, D, E.
Okay.
But then everybody, and my mother needed, my grandmother needed at that time.
Yeah.
It's like you're constantly doing, you're moving,
Mhm.
you're
Mhm.
doing for others. And then as my kids got older, as my oldest son finished school, football stopped. My youngest son stopped playing football. My daughter had been stopped playing football. So it's like I don't have those same ties or responsibilities anymore with my
Okay.
time. So what am
Mhm.
I doing for me? What had I been doing for me before? It wasn't for me. It was for everybody else. So when my
Everybody
son
else.
started high school, my middle son started high school, and his junior year, I was like, because he stopped playing all sports, and I was like,
Okay.
Wait a minute. What am I supposed? Wait a minute, because you're
What I doing all
constantly
this
going.
time that I'm not going up and down the road and dropping off and picking up?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
what am I doing? And
Okay.
what did I want for myself? I did what everybody else
Mm.
wanted me to do all along the way. I did what was easiest for everybody else.
Okay.
Now what am I doing for me? And
Huh.
it took me to hear my own voice in the way of my girlfriend told me what I should be doing. She says,
Oh.
foundation. Wait a minute. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to go about that.
Okay.
But in my mind's eye, I said, well, I can do a fashion show. I can do these things
Yes.
to fit into this other thing until
Ah.
I learn how to do this other thing.
I hear that.
But my voice was
Hear
saying
that.
to me, go ahead and do what your mama will want you to do. Go ahead and
Mm.
make your mama proud. Do what it is you know how to do. Do
Yes.
what it is you know. Because sometimes we run away from our own gifts thinking that our gifts are not enough. That what
Mm.
we, because we look at them, sometimes we look at it as, I always do that. That ain't nothing special.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I do. But it is. And
It
listening to
definitely.
your own voice and figuring out that that is something special. You do bring something special to the table. And nobody else has to tell you that. You need to recognize that for yourself. And it took me a while to recognize that that was something special that
That
I
was
did.
okay. Well, thank you for going into that. Sometimes when we walk away, I know the first question somebody's going to ask me, either on the street or at an event or whatever, like, how you? Okay, she said, hear your voice. How you hear your? And I'm like, let me ask how you hear your voice, because for everybody it's sometimes
It's gonna be
different,
different.
right? I hear you need quiet. As in for me to hear my voice, I need quiet too. I need stillness. But there's sometimes I can hear my voice in the sense of when I'm talking to somebody else, telling somebody else to do something. It's like I can hear
It
myself talking to
clicks.
myself. Yes,
It clicks.
yes, exactly. And I'm like, oh, wait, I need this for me, right?
And
Um, Prime example, the last time we were talking about telling people no and the need for rest and those kind of things, or and being in your identity and telling folks no when it takes you out of your place. And so we were talking about that in our last conversation live, and girl, that whole week slapped me in my face afterwards because that same thing kept coming up
mm-hmm.
of are you going to do this? How much of your time is dedicated there? Have you filled up your own cup? Did you pour out too much? I was like, oh my god, to the point I was like, I remember telling, I think I told my mother, which I never do. I don't have it in me. I just physically cannot.
And
And
it's
it
a,
took a lot, yeah, to say that.
it does take a lot of us to say no. Because your first instinct is I want, not necessarily I want to please, but I also want to be a part of.
Okay. Oh, that part. Wait a minute. How do you hear your own voice? This is a good question. How do you hear your own voice when there's something that you want to be a part of for whatever reason, but you then hear that in a small voice that either says not right now, or you don't have time, or not. This is not it. How do
Right.
you how do you deal with that?
That one. That one. Let's see. Because I deal with a lot of if you tell somebody no and then they see
Uh-huh,
you somewhere else, oh, that's why
uh-huh.
you told me no, because you was doing such and such for somebody else. Um
Look, beep. I'm gonna get a buzz. I need to bring in my little ring, ring, ring thing in here. Grab my sound healing bowl. Wait.
but you know what?
So but it interprets as if you're doing something else, and
Exactly.
that's no longer important, and that's not what it is.
Exactly.
That's not the energy behind it at all.
It's
Yeah,
not. It could have been a prior commitment I had. You know what I'm
definitely hear
saying?
that.
Or
Yeah,
if I choose this, then I don't choose you. That's not how it
that's not
works.
it. That's
Because
not
if
it.
I
No,
can't choose, if
go
I
ahead.
can't choose you now, maybe I choose you later. It's just a matter of sometimes you have to do what's best for you. Whatever I feel like my heart is saying needs to be done. That's what it's
Mhm.
gonna be. Sometimes you cannot be in two places at one time. You just can't.
Very
And you
true.
cannot be everything to everybody. That's not
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know. No,
And
no. I
just
definitely hear you. I definitely hear what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying. Sometimes we all have this. There's something called a cognitive distortion where we think it's all or nothing. Either you with me or you're not, and that's not it. That's
that's
actually a very distorted way of looking at it, because that's not it. Just because I'm not physically present today does not mean I can't be present for something else. I remember the first when I first got to know you, it was you did your fashion show several times, and I just could not make it. It's like something came up every time. And I think by the third time, I stopped what I was doing. Man, my mom get in the car, drive by, and came up and was like, "Hey, I just wanted to see your
I
face
saw you.
because of your
I
face
remember
here."
that one.
Yeah, and then I'm like, and then I'm like, no, I gotta. Okay, so the next two times I gotta be there, right? But I think sometimes we feel that that's a dismissal in relationship, and that's not what it
It's
is. It is,
not.
yeah, it's an acknowledgement of who. Well, I feel like, especially from out of here, I feel like when you finally start listening to your own voice, oh my gosh, I'm gonna say this, is that we have to realize the priority of self.
And there's nothing
It's
wrong with it.
sometimes as women, I'm gonna go a little further as black and brown women. We are mothers. We feel like we don't owe ourselves that opportunity to choose ourselves.
Nope. And I'm going to say it. At 55, I'm choosing me.
Hey,
I'm
yes.
choosing me.
You just need to
Because
hold a little tutu on right now when you say that. That deserves a dance break. We're gonna have to work on a dance break. We're gonna need some Mary J. What's that? Um, I'm just fine.
just
We,
fine.
we need that song right there.
Just
Yes,
fine. Get this.
gonna
And I
be
think
fun.
a lot of times in hearing your own voice and deciding what that is,
Hmm.
if you just take a moment and because I wish in my 20s and my 30s and even in my 40s that I had
Okay.
taken the time to just take a moment and be like, okay, what is it that you
Mm,
feel? What is it that you hear? You're doing a lot of things,
yeah,
but
yeah.
what is it that you actually feel? Are you doing to take the time to feel, find something little, even if it's just 2, 3 minutes
Mm,
for yourself?
yeah.
I am telling my daughter now what I wish I knew in my 30s.
Mm, yeah.
You can
I hear
raise
that.
your family, you can be raising your kids, you can be loving your husband, and you can be doing all the things. But in all the things, please find time to prioritize you.
I definitely hear that.
As this
Definitely hear that. I'm looking to see if I see any comments because some of the comments on the other page aren't going to show up here. But there's a process that I do with some folks if we're doing coaching, therapy, whatever together. And when I hear you talking about hearing your own voice, this process keeps like coming into my face, which is when we you talked about your daughter and telling her things that you wish you knew then. And
Mhm.
so I often say, what would your 55-year-old self
Mm,
say to your 28-year-old self? What would you tell her? What's some gems you can drop for us with affirming our queen within? And I'm going to let you speak. I'm going to take myself off and I'm going to give you the floor for about 5 minutes. Just drop some jewels for us.
what would my 55-year-old self say to my 28-year-old self? At that point in time in my life, I was a mother for the second time. And I wish I believed in me the way that others believed in me. So I would say to my 28-year-old self, when somebody's in other 28-year-olds right now, when somebody is speaking into your life, what they see for you, something that you don't even see in yourself, take a moment and analyze it and think about it. Instead of at my 28-year-old self, I dismissed it as if it was impossible, but it was, had I believed in it myself. So at 28, back then, I would have said to myself, take the time to think about what it is somebody is saying to you instead of outright dismissing it because you don't see it in your mind's eye. You can't see it. And that's one of the things I would say to any 28-year-old. When somebody is speaking life into you, take the moment, the time to really analyze what they're saying to you, internalize what they're saying to you before your first word is no. Because instinctively, my first words were absolutely not. I can't do it. It ain't possible. I don't have it in me. I don't think I'm capable of it. Did I say that out loud? No. But internal, that's what it was. Still learning how to just, I mean, I say listen to your own voice, but also be able to hear and try to see what somebody else is telling you that they see in you. If it's a positive, the negative, I'm talking positivity. Anything that somebody says that you are capable of that you don't see for yourself, take the time to analyze and try to figure out why they think you're capable of that. What it is that you're missing, because you're missing something, because they can see it and you're missing it. Take that time to sit down with yourself and realize that I may be capable of that. That it may be possible. It may take me A, B, C, D, E, F, how many steps to get there, but I'm more than capable of doing that. That's what I would say to the 28-year-old that I was back then.
Like, let me turn that back on and give that some applause, ma'am. I'm over here taking notes. I heard you end with making sure it's okay to listen to somebody else too. In other words, give feedback. Um, and so let's talk about the light and the dark in that hearing your own voice and sometimes when we don't follow our own voice, we don't
Mm,
follow what it tells us. A lot of times we hear light and dark, we're thinking good and bad. I'm talking about no, sometimes we go around the back of the mountain when all we had to do was walk straight in front of us.
that's it.
So we still get to the journey. We still get there. It just is taking us longer because we've taken a detour because we've chosen not to listen.
We've chosen to think it's got to be hard. If it's not hard for some of us, I won't say not for everybody, but I'm going to say for some of us, we think if it's easy, this
Yes.
ain't even real. This can't
Mm.
this came too easy.
Ooh, that's a
This ain't
whole mouthful.
girl.
That's a whole mouthful. Sometimes we make things hard on. I never forget. I heard my mama say that to me as a teenager. You just make things hard on
Make them
yourself.
hard. There's a process. And I fight, and I would be the first to tell you I fight process every step of the way. I don't like girl process be getting me. It get me. But it's in place for a reason. But you always
Yes.
think it's got to be something more. It's got to be a little different. It's got to be if you follow
Mm,
process.
yes. And I hear people when I say when we're talking in therapy and we say and I say some things are just choices. Sometimes we just have to acknowledge that we have to give ourselves permission to choose to do differently,
Mm-hmm.
right? But sometimes we still are stuck, and I can hear even myself say, like, what you mean make a choice? Sometimes we don't even understand that when we hear ourselves say something in here, it's just a decision to say, okay, let's go. Let's stay still. Let's listen, right? Let's make the change
Mm-hmm.
and go with that. Why do you
Giving
think we fight
yourself
ourselves internally?
because we're trying to please somebody else. Because we're trying to please somebody else. When you know you should have stayed home and rested, but you went to this event anyway. And then you got there and your attitude was funky. So you should have kept yourself home anyway. I'm speaking
Listen,
I'm
I'll
speaking
never
for me.
forget. What was that? We went to some event and we was together. I ain't gonna name it. And then somebody came up to me and they was like, "Hey," I was like, "You all right?" He's like, "Yeah, why you asking?" I'm like, "Cause this is not you." You
Yeah,
know, sometimes people can feel we're glad you're here, but if your energy is off,
you should have stayed home.
it's all good though. It's all good. It's all
And I,
good.
I
I
listen
get
to me now because I know ain't nobody gonna tell me, but my mama used to tell me all the time, girl, that attitude of yours is all in your face. I'm gonna need you to fix your face if you really don't want me to know what you're thinking right now. Cause it's about to cost you a whole lot. It's about to cost you a whole lot.
Oh gosh, but Kim, I kind of feel like you're like me. It's hard to check that face, right?
Girl,
Because the truth will tell.
I get like my grandma now. I get the glare in them eyes. I be like, and my
Oh
daughter,
my gosh, I'll never forget. Or it will be somewhere. Me and my husband be like, fix your face.
girl, my daughter be like, fix your face, fix your face, fix your face.
Or
And
he'll
I'm
be
like,
like,
what am I saying right now? She's like, you're saying everything you're thinking. I know what you're thinking.
oh my goodness. All right, let's go to page 72. Um, and let's drop down to let me tell you what I did. Can you read for us from there, from your book?
Okay. Let me tell you what I did. I revisited the dreams and desires that I had for myself before I became a wife and a mother. One of those goals I had written I had when I turned 40 was the skydive. David Neal was not having any of it. It was an absolute no. We ain't talking about it and nothing to discuss.
Oh
It
gosh.
took 10 years for my husband to agree to this adventure. And I'm not saying you should do this, but I jumped out of a plane on my 50th birthday. I let go of all the pent up. Where am I at? I've got stuff popping up everywhere. Girl, see, squirrel. I jumped out of the plane on my 50th birthday. I let go of all the pent up hurt and emotions I had from my mother's passing, my childhood, and even the feelings of where I thought I should be in my life. Fear was a constant companion for years, and I can honestly say that I'm not afraid of any longer of anything. My sister's like, girl, don't you ever get scared no more. No. I learned my dream was in the house. So I need to change for things to change for me. So I would say begin
Mm,
by reflecting on the dreams you had as a child. And when I say fear was a companion of mine,
mm,
it kept me from doing a lot of things. Because I am not or was not, because I don't mind crowds now, but I'm always going to be on the peripheral of a crowd. If we go to a show, I will not be here in the pit.
mhm,
I'm gonna be on the outskirts. That's still a thing for me. But going out and just girl, going out and meeting people. Like my husband
mhm.
was in a motorcycle club. I hated this club. Hated this club because I didn't like people. And
Uh,
he is still a people person. People walk up to him and tell them their life story. Don't know how it happens, but he get life stories out of him.
oh
And I
wow.
just didn't like to be left alone. Like if I go to the
Hmm.
thing, it's supposed to stay with me. I'm like,
Don't be
where'd you
walking off
go?
leaving me.
Don't be walking off leaving me. But I don't, and I didn't want, and I tried. I did try.
Okay.
God knows I tried, but it wasn't working.
Mm,
So I was like, you don't have to go to these things by yourself. Because I get anxiety. I don't want to be here. My face say I don't want to be here. I don't want nobody to talk to me. I don't want nobody to look at me. So I let him have that. And it's just the reverse now. He wants to be home and I'm out in these streets. And I'm like, I'm
uh,
not out in the streets because that's where I want to be. I'm out there because that's what's needed of me for this foundation right now. That's the only reason, girl, if I could do what my heart literally says to me, you don't want to go to this event. I know I don't, but I gotta go. You don't want to go to this. I know I don't, but I gotta go. And
uh,
I had to join clubs and stuff to get myself out there. So when I go to these things, I see somebody, a face I know. I see another two people over here I know. So I don't have that anxiety of being like, I'm in a space where I don't know nobody. And I have some kind of, some kind of
gotcha.
connection to them that allows me to be comfortable in this space. I am, girl, when it comes down to it, I am not one that wants to be necessarily in the limelight. I don't mind it. But if
You
it
would
came
never
down
know it.
to it, I don't
You
mind
would
it.
never know it.
I'm comfortable with it now. But, there are days when it's like, girl, not today. Not today.
Not today.
Not
Not
today.
today. And so, in those moments where you say not today, do you find yourself sometimes allowing yourself to pull back, to go inward, to sit still?
Hmm. Even in the event. That's crazy. But I've learned how to do that. In the event, I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk to these couple of people.
Uh huh.
I'm going to do
Hmm.
what I need to
Hmm.
be doing. And then I'm
Hmm.
going to hit that door.
Gotcha. I hear that.
I'm
So
going to
I'm gonna
make my
show up,
rounds.
be
Yes,
my
I'm going to
full
show up.
self.
Hmm.
Okay. Hmm.
But when it gets to be when I'm too peopled out,
Yeah.
I'm not staying. I'm not staying. That's why people be like, girl, you was here and then you was gone. Yes. I will come. I will show up. I will stay. I do my part, whatever you need me to do.
Are
But
you
by the
done?
end, your girl is gone. Yeah.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
so let's go through looking at our timing. Let's go to Queen Conversation. Queen Conversations. Let's do number one. Let's process that.
Ooh. What are some of the dreams you put on hold? And do you still feel connected to them? There is one dream that I still am holding on to. I want a boutique so bad. A boutique so bad. And yet, I don't have it yet. Am I still connected to this dream? Most definitely.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
What it's gonna
Yeah.
look like, I have no idea. The shape, form of, I don't know. It may come at 60. It may not be in the next 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's coming. And
I
then
hear
I
that.
just said, you know, for what is it for you? What is that dream for
I know.
you?
I know we share that same dream. Um, we share that same dream, and I want to go put it out there, but you put it out there. So I share this dream of boutique slash a space of where women, I just see where women can come, be their full selves. They can get some clothes, they may get some earrings, they can also go over here and get some body products, right? Then they can go over here and then they can find whatever they need spiritually for themselves. And so there's all kind of little nooks and crannies in this place. I have that desire. It's funny though, when you started talking, what came to mind was when I did this huge, we used to have those threefold poster things when we were
Mm-hmm.
doing vision
Trifle.
boards on paper. And I created this vision board, and I was in seminary at the time, and I had Reverend Doctor this and Doctor that, and so and so and so. And, getting my doctorate was always a want and desire. But I think when I got to my about 38, um, I realized it wasn't necessarily a need.
Mm.
um I had been around and asked spirit to surround me, God, divine, however you want to call it, to be around folks who were in that place and position. And I had opportunities, and I realized that unless you were about to get into a position that could funnel down the amount of money it took to pay off all that doctor, there was really no there was really no need desire to do it.
Now that
Okay.
took
And
off. That's
listen, because sometimes we want something because of
mm-hmm.
the allure it has around it, or because of what we see others do, like what you talked about earlier. But right now, I'm in a time of my life where I'm like, I want to get back, and I just read this in your thing. It talks about like going back to your childhood dreams, and I always take people back to what is that inner child want and desire. My inner child right now she wanna play, she wanna create, she wanna show up, she wanna show off, and not show
Mm-hmm.
off in a wrong way, but be show up, face
Mm-hmm.
done, fully clothed, perfume on, lips on, red
Feeling
light,
good,
camera
girl.
action. Just
Feeling good.
because.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But yes, definitely a boutique. But I didn't say this part. I see multiple folks together. I
Like
think that is the desire more than anything. It's the community aspect of it.
mm-hmm.
I've seen so many businesses, have had my own businesses, and seen the cost of like overhead and cost of space and cost of, it's ridiculous. It's
Yep.
ridiculous to get into business now. But that passion is not left. That dream is not gone. And so, well, I guess since we done put it out here in the world on the airwaves, we're definitely looking for at least three other folks. Look
What
like us, don't look like us. In this economy and in this world and all that we need with healing, and to be our full selves and to be able to be in our gifts and talents, we're definitely having open discussion. So if y'all have a want and a need to have a boutique, it's one thing for 4 or 5 women to walk into a bank together to grab something, then for two of us
blossom?
or one of us to walk in and grab something. So let's look at it.
Look at it.
Reach out to him or myself and let's get it going, because there's no need for us not to have it. There's no need. Hmm.
We need it. We need it. We
Okay.
need this.
Okay. Okay. Oh, so I'm gonna ask this one out loud. When was
Mhm.
this is number 2? When was the last time that you made a choice that was fully aligned with your voice in your life?
Fully aligned with my voice and my
Fully.
life.
Yeah.
Mm. No compromise.
Mhm. That's what your book say. Your books,
I know. I
your
know.
your book says, when was the
Mm.
last time that you made a choice that was fully aligned with your voice in your life?
Okay. I will say, when I decided that I was not going to work a full time job, when I decided, well, he put me in position, I got to get up. He put me in a position to be able to do so. Let's go there first. He put
I
me in a
hear this.
position to be able to do so, and I
I hear that.
decided that I was
Yeah.
not going to give JC Penney's as much time as I had been giving them, that I was going to dedicate that time
Okay.
to the foundation to do what it is that needed to be done and
Mhm.
learn what I needed to learn and not be afraid to ask for that time. If I
Mm.
need to take this week, if I need to take these days. And if it's
Okay.
a problem, just say it's a problem, but I'm still going to do this.
I hear
No,
that.
that
Hmm.
what's priority for me now is the foundation. And being
Okay.
able to say that
Okay. Okay.
to those that I work for
Yes.
without hesitation was a beautiful thing, because a lot of the times we always thinking, well, they're gonna say no. Okay, and if they say no, what are you gonna do? What are you
Yeah.
able to do? And you have to figure out how committed you are to this desire, this dream that you have.
Exactly. Exactly. That's a whole mouthful, Kim. I was checking our comments. That's a whole mouthful. That's almost like not only hearing your voice, your inner voice, speak to yourself, but also acknowledging how much time you have to put towards that thing that you say you want.
Mm-hmm. The
Mm.
sacrifice. What sacrifice are you willing to make? That you make, you easily make sacrifices for your children. Easily make
Ooh.
sacrifice. Girl, when I tell you, in my
Look,
30s,
that's for
I
me.
think about, and I'm an underwear girl now for show, but I think about that. The underwear was not an important thing to me.
Gotcha.
It
Yes.
wasn't something that I consider that to be, if I had to go get them, girl, I was down. It was down to the nitty gritty. It was not a priority. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No, I hear you. I hear
I
you. No, no,
think about
no.
that
I
thing.
think that's a taught thing. I think that's a taught thing because they under here, nobody else see them.
Don't
If you
nobody see
don't
it.
see them, you don't
If
buy them.
you know what I'm saying? If don't nobody see it, it can be a little raggedy, it can be a little tattered. But these kids of mine are not gonna have anything that's gonna look like that. You know what I'm saying? So
I
as I
definitely hear
got
that.
older and was able to do better, go
Yes.
get what I wanted when I wanted, now they
Yes.
all matchy matchy and they cute. But
Okay,
back in
man.
my, you know what I'm
All
saying?
right, Miss David, go ahead and come up in here.
But
Yes.
back in my 20s and 30s, it was like, girl, if you got on them, you doing good. If
Uh,
if the elastic ain't gone out, you doing good. You know
you
what I'm
doing
saying?
good.
It wasn't a
Yeah.
priority. And I think about the young women now. I'm like, what is a priority for y'all? That would be something I gift. Like the younger mothers, the matching panties and the, because that's not
Yeah.
something you're not gonna go out here and splurge on that. You're not. The majority of the
That makes
mothers are
sense.
not gonna
That
go
makes a
splurge on
lot
that.
of sense. Oh wow.
And that's a
Yeah,
taking care of you thing. Don't
it
nobody
is. It is. And that's the thing because we like, well, we behind closed doors, so nobody else see that this is
don't
raggedy
nobody
or
see
it's about
it.
to pop off. Nobody see that it doesn't. Okay, so prime example, we're out here trying to drop this weight. Okay, we're not gonna talk about the weight. I don't put back on because I was at the gym in 4 weeks. 5. Don't tell nobody. Anyway, so I went to put on my bra a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, well, what is happening? Nothing would stay where it was supposed to stay. I'm up talking, doing a presentation. I'm over here like,
Adjusting.
and I'm like, this is not okay in public. But then I realized, and when you finally take a look at your items that you do have, and it's like, oh no, we're not. This ain't okay. It's like finally seeing yourself. And I think hearing your inner voice, hearing you talk to yourself, pour into yourself, makes you fully look at yourself.
Mm-hmm. And that's another
Fully look.
thing. Hearing your inner voice makes you have to look at yourself.
Yeah.
And we'll go past a mirror real quick. Now I'm gonna tell you the truth, I love a mirror, but we'll go past a mirror real quick and be like, and won't even look at ourselves. We
Oh, you know
see
what?
stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. We look at it, but we're
We
not
look at
looking
it,
at
but
it.
we don't see. No, no, you ain't trying to see that. You're not trying to see that. You're not. You don't even want to
Listen,
acknowledge it right now.
I think I told you the story, like when we brought the house, we brought our house, current house, and we had to go sign the papers of clothes and stuff. And I went in the bathroom to use the bathroom and looked at the mirror and was so excited about everything that was happening. Kind of had that little inner child yes moment because you know it's actually happening. And then I looked in the mirror at myself and caught a glimpse of myself. And I was like, went back in the other room, didn't realize the room we were in had a huge mirror in front of us and behind us.
Hmm.
And I kept looking like, who is that person back there? And it was me. I came home that day, had one of the kids shot a video of us like taking the signs and stuff up out the yard. And I shot one of them. And then I went back to look at it. And I was like, who is that? It was the first time I had fully seen myself in 2.5 years.
Mm.
And sometimes because the world, our responsibilities, what
Yes.
others may be saying, clouds us, we can't even hear the inner voice that's trying to tell us, um, go to the gym, um, don't eat that, go hang out and get outside the house and go actually do something. We can't hear that voice.
But you know what? Letting that be your choice, though.
Hmm.
Letting it be
Mhm.
your choice, not because somebody. And like I told you, I'm a
Okay.
rule breaker.
Okay.
I'm a rule breaker. Process, not my thing. So if somebody is telling me what I need to do, sometimes
Yeah.
that's the last thing I'm gonna do. I'm just
Trust and
saying.
believe.
I'm just saying. My
Trust
mother
and
loved
believe.
me, but I wasn't easy. My husband will tell you real quick, ain't nothing easy about you.
It's nothing easy.
Ain't nothing easy. Ain't nothing easy.
I mean, my husband had that ongoing conversation. I'm like, ain't nobody else gonna put up with me.
Girl,
Ain't nobody else gonna put up with this.
how many times this man be like, you go out there if you want to. I promise you. You coming back.
Oh my
You gonna
gosh.
come back and be like, I don't know what I thought it was,
I don't know
but
what
that's
I
not
thought it
it.
was.
That
And
ain't it.
they don't look, they don't treat me like you treat me. They don't pay
Uh-uh.
me
Girl,
like you pay.
girl.
Oh my gosh. All right. So let's go on in and let's do this. Let's end this differently today. Let's go into sharing a queen's heart. Bottom on 74, and then let's do the gratitude for the journey together.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you can go ahead and want to read for us, sharing a
Yeah.
queen's heart.
As women, we are natural givers, pouring love, energy, and support into those we cherish. Today, I'm choosing to pour into myself. I hear my voice, honor it, and trust it. I know my voice matters. Sharing this with you, I'm inviting you to do the same. Together, let's create a life where our voices aren't just heard, they're celebrated.
Hmm. Where our voices are not just heard, they're celebrated. I like it. I love it. I'm here for all of it.
And I think for us as Black women,
Hmm.
I love that we create moments to
Don't we
celebrate each
create a
other.
moment?
Girl, I create a moment in it, bro. I am the occasion. You are the occasion. She believed she could because she did any
So
little
she
thing
did
to
all of that.
celebrate. Yes,
Yeah.
because we're so quick to put each other down on. Why can't we be quick to lift each other up?
Okay, Kim. All of that. Why can't we?
Why can't we? And if we waiting for somebody else to do it, they're not gonna do it. So we have to create our own moments to celebrate each
Exactly.
other and acknowledge what we
Yes.
each. You know, when you're having a good
Hmm.
day, let's celebrate, girl. Getting up in the morning, put on some clothes, put on some color. Charlie, you feel
Oh,
better. I'm telling you, you feel better.
yes, you do. Yes, you do. Sometimes we forget how important color and experiences and celebrations are to who we are and how we show up in the world.
Who we are and how we show up in the world and where we came from.
Where we came
The celebrations that they used to have, because people didn't think we get this all the time when we out celebrating. Somebody will be
from.
like, will walk up and be like, y'all look so good. What y'all celebrating? Us, because we can.
Listen,
And you think about back then, they didn't get they celebrated, but people were always like, well, why y'all celebrate? Y'all ain't got nothing to celebrate. According to who?
okay, okay,
Celebrations are important. I don't care whether you celebrate you got up out that bed or you didn't trip and fall when you went to the bathroom. Whatever the case may be, choose the
celebrate.
if you celebrate the little things, then you are so ready to celebrate the big
Okay,
things.
for any and every reason. I'll never forget the day that I went to the. No, I do. Never mind. That was an absolute non-truth. I was 20. I turned 28 years old, and I remember 4 days before. I'm like, "What you gonna do?" Everybody said, "What could you do for your birthday?" What you? And I realized that I had been taught. I don't know by who, that I had to wait for others to give me something to celebrate for. I had to wait for others to decide what I was doing to celebrate myself, right?
Mm,
Because, and I think all that came from also academics, which is you get the certificate, right? You get the
right.
trophy, you wait for somebody to say good job. And on my 28th birthday, 4 days before, I was like, So I planned the whole day for myself. You going to the massage, to the spa here. You gonna take yourself to dinner there. You gonna go buy yourself a nice dress here. And I'll never forget that whole day. Literally, not even having this book. I was 28. She 45, 45. Literally affirming my queen within. No longer waiting for somebody else to show up and show it to me. I'm not saying my father who adopted me. I'm not saying he didn't show me. Now he treated me like a queen. My mother treated me like the queen I was. But to be in that space where I can say, I'm gonna celebrate me.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'll be at Starbucks and like, can I help you? What it was like? Just a cake pop for no reason.
Yeah.
Because I woke up this morning and I feel good,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because I know I'm about to go to the gym and work this right back off. Just the celebrations of acknowledging the small things that nobody else sees. And I tell moms that all the time. The fact that you got, listen, let me wait. You talking about gratitude? We get ready to go on the gratitude for the journey. The gratitude that I got right now is I had to sit back and realize my kids are almost, well, one is 23, then 14, about to be 13. And how many years I have driven my children to school and picked them up in the afternoon and didn't oversleep
Mm.
or chose, no matter how bad my body hurt, to still get up out of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
See, people don't celebrate that.
That's
They
the
they
celebration
talk
that
about it when
needs.
they're late, right?
That's when the celebration needs to start.
Okay.
Need to start at the little things, because the little things roll into bigger things. And the
Yeah.
gratitude for the little
Hmm.
is where it's at. That
Okay.
you
That's
did
it.
something over here, yeah, you did. Okay. Good, that's a given. You're
Yeah.
gonna be grateful for
Yeah.
that. But be grateful that you were able to get up. A lot of people are
Okay.
not able to get up on their
Mm,
own
that
without
part.
pain, or
That
able to
part.
move without pain, or
Hmm.
not able to move without a whole bunch of responsibility weighing them down.
All of that.
All of that. Be
All of
grateful for it all, the little and the big, everything in
yes.
between.
Everything in between.
Everything in
So,
between.
lead us on what the gratitude journey looks like at the end of each one of your segments
Say
in
that
your book.
again.
Can you just tell us a little bit about the gratitude journey
Okay.
and what that experience is supposed to be like for the reader?
It's supposed to be an experience of you, whatever you feel from that passage,
Okay.
whatever that is, whatever that looks like for you. What was a
Hmm.
positive thing that would make you be grateful for that you weren't grateful for before?
Mm,
What have can you acknowledge in your life along the way, the small things that you weren't
okay.
grateful for?
Ooh.
Anything, or finally hearing your voice
Ooh.
and not somebody else's voice. Making a decision on your own and being like, that's my decision. I made that decision. Write that down. When you don't hear, you close your eyes and you be like, okay,
I hear that.
what did I decide for myself today? Did I allow somebody else to pull me out of character today? Or did I decide
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
am the decider of that? Did I give that to you or did I keep it for myself?
Yes.
So that's what the gratitude of the
Mm-hmm.
journey is supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
about. Deciding what it is you want and
Awesome.
what you're grateful for and what you discovered you're grateful for and what you already acknowledged that you are grateful for.
Mm. Okay. Huh. Ooh, honey, I got some work to do.
Don't
You
we
done
all?
gave a whole list. Okay. And yeah, but sometimes we hear gratitude, we go, oh, I'm just so grateful for this, right? I'm grateful. But not realizing that it took probably 20 different things or 20 different steps before you got to that moment. Like,
And therein lies the process.
it's like,
That
it's
I'm
like,
not so pleased about, but
listen, it's like in the car line this morning, this lady was like, oh my God, I just love seeing you. Just always have a smile. You're always, you always have something good to say. You're just also encouraging. And I'm like, good morning, because one of my eyes was open. Mind you, I was up with you at 4 a.m. this morning because that's just what time my body woke me up. And so I said, but I tell people, you don't understand the process that has to take place for this to be who I am.
you know
Okay.
what?
Like you don't see the fact that I get up 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning just to be quiet by myself and sit somewhere, do some breathing. You might
What
want
it
me to have a
takes.
cup of hot tea or hot water or something and to sit
Mhm.
there in silence, right? And then to play some music or to read a scripture or to read something spiritual, pick up Kim's book, one of those things, in order to get myself to the point of being able to be jovial and
Right.
social, what you call it, sociable,
Yes.
because I really am an introvert, learn to be extroverted. Honey, I can be home all by myself for 2, 3 weeks and be fine.
Let me tell you about that pandemic. You talking something? Didn't miss the outside?
Oh my gosh,
I'm
you was
sorry.
good. You was right where you were.
I ain't missed the
Oh
outside. I
my
was on this. I was doing this right here, but I showed and missed that outside. I'm sorry.
listen. There are some times I still hibernate. You know that. And people are like, I ain't see you in weeks. Listen.
Yeah, I believe in hibernation.
Okay.
I must have been a
Yeah,
bear
but
back in
yeah,
the
you
day.
was out there walking this morning. Y'all, Kim was out walking this morning. She had her and the whole crew was out there. Well, I ain't been in 2 months. I ain't been. It's cold.
It wasn't that bad this morning. Now tomorrow morning I ain't going because it's gonna be cold, cold, and I'm gonna walk
Oh
in
my
this
goodness.
house.
Miss Kim, how would you like to close us out today? Any closing words or things of encouragement to share?
Take the time to listen to your own voice. When you
Mm,
have to make a decision about your life or something that you desire for yourself, take the time to listen to your own voice. I know other people gonna have opinions coming. Everybody got one. Everybody got one.
mhm, mhm,
But make sure that it's your voice you hear when you make that decision for you.
mm,
And sometimes we do have to consider others, and that's
mhm.
fine. But let it be your decision, not somebody else's. That's it. That's all I got.
I definitely hear that. I'm going to pop up your book thing and I am going to put in the thing later your social, the thing I created for you, because I just
Mhm.
realized it's not uploaded in here. But I am going to put the overlay for your book. You all go and get Affirming the Queen Within. And Kim, where can they find your book? How can they purchase it?
It is on Amazon, and you can also find it at affirmingthequeenwithin.me. If you do it that way, I can personally sign your book and send it to you. And for next week, we're doing Lost Sisterhood next week. Now
Ooh.
that one.
That is one that I have not yet journeyed in, so I will make sure that I journey in it this week. Probably it's gonna take me all week to get through it because that sounds like it already hit somewhere. So
Girl.
y'all get your book so you can journey along with us. Um, and Kim and I are gonna have a conversation about if we're gonna continue this throughout the rest of February. Um, or what we're going to do because I think this is needed for us to see and hear it come from you. Um, yeah. hmm It's a
Well,
whole it's a whole different process to read this and do this. It's a whole different process to have you here as the author kind of talking us through it.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
And
yeah.
because I get to share more of what actually took me, because a lot of it is not in there, but
hmm
sometimes the memories come back of what you should have written or felt like you could have shared at the time and you didn't.
It's okay.
So,
It's okay. You need just do it. Just go ahead and write us what they call the bio companion,
oh,
the stories that we didn't hear and see.
I like that.
The hidden jewels, whatever you want to call it. I like it. So yeah, y'all. So see, this is how it happens. When you with the creative and the creatives are together, you drop stuff for each other, you pick it up and you go, ooh. The difference is Kim goes ooh, and sometimes she run right off with it and do it. I can say ooh, and I'm gonna sit on it probably for about a good 60 days before I go, okay.
Mhm. I'm not. I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. So if you are in the Conway, Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, uh, area, that probably would be far enough for a Surfside area, and you have a desire to create a boutique in a collective, please reach out to myself or Kim. And so we're gonna have our first meeting in about 3 weeks, and it will be nice to go ahead and start putting our heads together. You saw I just threw that out there. To start putting our heads together because Kim put it out there for y'all. So now we can't take the dragon back. It's out
We
there,
can't put it
and
back in the genie back in the bottle.
we gonna ride this fire horse, honey, and get this information out here. So y'all, we're looking for at least three other women. How about that? Three other women for this boutique collective. But y'all, beloveds, thank you for joining me in this moment. I do have Kim's foundation kind of going across the bottom of the screen in the ticker. Um, and Kim, just tell us for like 30 seconds what the Jacqueline Rogers Foundation is, um, how they
We
can.
help women that are actually going through breast cancer treatment. We provide them with a financial award that is not tied to their treatment. So, however they need to spend it, whatever they need to do, whether it's hopefully it's not medical, but if they choose to do something medical, hopefully it's something that they can do for their family. That's what we provide the funds for.
Thank you for sharing that with us. If you all have any questions, you can also reach out to Kim. She is on Facebook
Yes, ma'am.
and Instagram,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
and we will post that in the video in the comments. Okay. I don't know why that just popped up, but this is not Bertia, this is Kim. But y'all, we all roll in the same circle, so I do apologize for that. But we thank you, beloved, we wish that you will prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. My name is Angel, I'm a soul healing coach, and this has been the Virtual Soul Care Circle, spiritual knowledge and understanding with Miss Kim Clora, who has written and who is the author of Affirming the Queen Within. Go get your life and go get your copy. Y'all take care and be well.
Bye, y'all.